What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Listen, have you ever heard of the fragrance house La Perla? Now, in recent memory, you might have seen these bottles. Obviously, the cap, the shape of the bottle, very, very eye-catching. And in this space, slightly popular. Like, I've seen people talk about the house, and that's the only time I ever knew what the house was. But did you know that in the year 2000, they released an incredible fragrance that's actually perfumed by one of my favorite perfumers of recent memory? If you guys know, shout out to Natalie Feistauer. The fragrance in question, this is Touch by Grigio Perla. Yes. Now, this fragrance was released in 2000, and this bottle is super indicative of this because this mechanism slides down to reveal the atomizer. But let's talk about this fragrance because I actually got this fragrance from Anuj over at Enchante Perfumes. Thanks again, man. Shout out to you for sending this over. I remember when he first sent me a box of samples that he wanted me to experience vintage perfumery. This fragrance was actually one of the samples. And when I got a box of fragrances from him early last year, this was in it, and I was absolutely stoked. Listen, this might need to be on your radar. Let's talk about the notes. So in Touch, you have notes of cinnamon, cardamom, and bergamot at the top, jasmine and cedar in your mid, and in your base, vanilla, amber, musk, and tonka bean. Now, I gotta spray this on because the opening is absolutely beautiful. I love this fragrance. That cinnamon immediately hits you. You get the warm spiciness with that and the cardamom with a touch of citric freshness from that bergamot. Oh, man. Before moving on to your mid, where you get this really nice hit of florals with that cedar. Now, cedar is a woody note that sticks out when you smell it. It's similar to sandalwood, where like as soon as you smell it, you're like, oh, that's cedar. Like sandalwood, we know, you're like, oh, that's sandalwood. So it's very prevalent in the mid of this fragrance, but my favorite part is the dry down. Now, the vanilla you smell throughout the whole composition, it is very prevalent, but the addition of that ambery warmth with a powdery tonka bean is absolutely stunning. Now, I'm not sure what this goes for on the secondary market, but I couldn't imagine it going for very much. And I think that you should definitely seek it out. Again, from La Perla, this is Touch. Shout out to Anuj again from Enchante Perfumes for all of your vintage needs. And if you have any questions on vintage, definitely hit up my boy Pretty Bottles AP. Check out Touch, and you guys have a blessed day.